Hello everyone and welcome back to Common Sense Crypto Channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP, but we're also going to talk about some world events that are happening in XRP as well. So within the next few days, Fednow is about to go live. And a lot of people are connecting the dots to Ripple and XRP. They're even saying that maybe the SEC case had to come to an end before Fednow goes live. So government to launch Fednow instant payment system. The Federal Reserve is preparing to unveil its real-time payment platform, Fednow, which already has a number of early adopters, including Wells Fargo and People's Bank, among others. Why? Fednow is being touted as a first-of-its-kind service that will enable bill payments and money transfers to be made nearly instantaneously, where Fednow is expected to be adopted by financial institutions nationwide. What are my opinions? MoneyGram lets you send money around the world. But you know, the Fednow system, I think, is going to eliminate the banks in the future. And a lot of small banks are going to get swallowed up in this. Because think about it. Some banks don't want to jump on board with Fednow. They're going to be left behind. Because all of a sudden, the bank down the street offers 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week payments. And your bank doesn't. Well, of course, you're going to pull your money out and go and work with them. Put your money there. Because they make things much easier. But we'll talk more about that as we go. Exciting times ahead as ACI Worldwide, Volante Technologies, and Finastra, all integrated partners of Ripple, the Federal Reserve's new Fednow service. This real-time payment system will revolutionize domestic payments in the U.S., enhancing speed, efficiency, and security. XRP influence continues to grow. Now, most people, if you look back to even before the SEC case, most people seen how Fednow and Ripple were working together. Well, back then it was just the Fed. And even Jerome Powell, I think, gave some nods to Ripple along the way and the Grateful Dead. But, you know, think about it. It makes sense for XRP to be utilized in this system in the future. I still foresee a liquidity crisis hitting the U.S. at some point. Then take a listen to what Brad had to say here.
Clarity. But look, John, I'll take the other side of some of what you said. There is now clarity. The rule of law in the United States is clear that XRP is not a security when traded on exchanges, when used for payment. There's a whole bunch of things in the judge's ruling that make it very clear about XRP. The SEC has been clear about Bitcoin also. Now, the unfortunate reality is right now there's clarity for two, Bitcoin and XRP. That's not a good thing. I mean, it might be good for Bitcoin and XRP, but it's the reason why we have been calling for clarity for years, even before this lawsuit. And it's, I think, really a call to action from Congress. You saw representatives like Tom Emmer tweeting yesterday that this really is yet another call to action. And
you know, when Brad said it could be now utilized for so many things, he talked about payments and transactions, and that's very important. Because think about it, Fednow is all about transactions and payments. So they most likely needed XRP to be utilized in that system for the future. But what about what Ron DeSantis had to say? Take a listen to this.
For those who don't know what CBDC is, what they want to do, and this is tied in with like Davos, World Economic Forum, all these people. They want the Fed, they want to get rid of cash. They want no cryptocurrency. And they want this to be the sole form of legal tender. And they have said this publicly at like Davos and these other places. For those who don't know what CBD...
So what he's saying is they want to eliminate cash and cryptocurrency. But all cryptocurrency, or is it just some cryptocurrencies? Because even Brad Garlinghouse said 99% of crypto is going to go to zero. And I think XRP is not involved in that talk where they're talking about eliminating cryptocurrency. I think they're honestly talking about Bitcoin. Because if you look back at Christine Lagarde saying if there's an escape route, people will use it. Well, what has the Bitcoin maxis been telling us all along? Bitcoin's your escape from a CBDC. It's the freedom crypto. And even BlackRock getting involved with Bitcoin now kind of points in that same direction. That's why I always felt that BlackRock isn't here to help the people. BlackRock is here to help the World Economic Forum and the central banks of the world. They're looking at the bigger picture. And, you know, this is the same organization that wants to keep me and you divided at the same time. They're not a good corporation, is what I'm getting at. But I think when DeSantis is talking about them eliminating crypto, I don't think he's including XRP. Maybe he doesn't truly understand XRP. Who knows? The U.S. now has record $16.5 trillion in household debt. Record $11.9 trillion in mortgages. Record $1.6 trillion in auto loans. Record $986 billion in credit card debt. Total mortgage debt is now more than double the 2006 peak. This country is running on debt. And most people don't understand that. They see, the government come out and say, well, we're going to eliminate student loans. And it sounds great. It's called a debt jubilee. In other words, people will fall for that. They'll say, yes, eliminate my student loans. But guess what? Later, you'll pay it back anyway. Because inflation, because of interest payments, everything has to go up. Nothing comes for free is what I'm saying. So anytime the government is offering you something, it comes with strings attached. You will all pay later. Remember the debt ceiling debate? Yeah, they just added another $1 trillion in 30 days. And you know, the debt ceiling, the debt never even mattered. They're never paying this debt back. There's never any intention of that. They are looking for a reset. And Fednow can be that reset. Then you also got to, how many of you honestly want to put your faith in this lady right here? Janet Yellen answers about BRICS, gold-backed currency. The U.S. can rest assured the dollar is going to play the dominant role. How can she even say that? Our U.S. dollar is propped up by empty promises at this point. And even if you look at the DXY, guess what? The dollar is still falling. And it looks great on the 1 day, but when you zoom out to the 5 day, look at that. That's the DXY. Once that continues to fall, you can expect crypto and the stock market to skyrocket because that happens every single time. But I think once the dollar starts to go into a free fall, I think they're just going to let it happen. BRICS to launch new currency backed by gold at August summit. Gold standard will be a great benefit to strengthen single currency. 41 countries have applied for BRICS membership. You know, when all these countries are jumping on board, trying to get in with the BRICS, people need to pay attention. This should be all over the mainstream media news. I mean, 24/7. Get people prepared for what's about to happen because they're going to push forward with this. And it also reminds you of this right here. Gold and silver-backed cryptocurrency is coming. BRICS is moving away from the U.S. dollar and forming their own currency. Gold will destroy the Federal Reserve. So now this might make more sense. You know, I never expected XRP to be backed by gold or XLM to be backed by silver. But the more you look at this, the more this makes sense. I always said XRP is going to be at a high value. It doesn't need to be backed by anything. It's going to be moving value from one CBDC to another on a daily basis, 24 hours a day. But then you also got to think of tokenization and real world assets as well. So maybe we will see a gold-backed XRP after all. Digital asset as a BRICS reserve currency. Wow, it looks like XRP could fit in here perfectly. And there's still a lot of talk right now going on about the BRICS utilizing XRP in the future. A lot of those countries are already working with Ripple. How convenient. XRP is ruled not a security. Right before BRICS announces new gold-backed currency. Right before Fednow goes live July 20th. XRP, the next world reserve currency, do you not see? And I don't think anything happens by chance. I think this was planned out a long time ago. And, you know, everybody in the XRP community has been saying ever since 2018, 2019, you know, listen, this is what's coming next for XRP. But back then, it was conspiracy theory. Nobody could see it, and nobody really believed it deep down, but they wanted to invest to make sure they were always holding XRP. Now, here we are in 2023. Things look a hell of a lot different right now. Now you can see it all coming together. Everything that we ever thought was a conspiracy theory is now becoming a fact. Ripple launches cutting-edge CBDC platform empowering central banks and financial institutions. Now, we know Ripple has the best technology out there, and another reason why the Fed would not go with someone else. They would definitely want to utilize RippleNet. Later, they'll start to use XRP as well. You know, banks are in a lot of trouble right now, no matter what Janet Yellen tells you. The banks are all on that razor's edge. And I think we're going to see consolidations happen. I think the next couple months, a lot of big events are going to happen. I will definitely most likely be talking about it on this channel, showing you this bank falling, that bank following, getting swallowed up by JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, and a few others, because that's all part of the plan. And especially with Fednow going live, I think Fednow is going to kill off a lot of those banks along the way. But with that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.